There we go.
Good morning. Good morning. Come on in, Facebook and YouTubers. Y'all come on in today. Come on in to an episode of Talk Therapy Live.
Talk
I am
therapy.
here with
Bishop Bozeman.
Bishop Marvin C.
Marvin
Bozeman.
C.
Yes, listen, you are tuned in to a Gold Chip communication station. You can listen live if you go to www.1580thepraise.com and click on listen now. But we would love for you to be on Facebook Live,
Yeah.
YouTube Live with us so that you can put your comments in, your ideas, your suggestions. It's all about you.
All about you. So who are you?
I am Kimberly Bozeman, known as Kimberly B of Talk Therapy. So I am the owner of Healthy Emotes Counseling Services, 1011 East Jenkins Avenue.
All right.
But I am still doing online telehealth. So definitely, if you want to set up an appointment, call me at 614-669-5115. I want to say good morning to my sis Brittany Bozeman, my sis Marvin Forte, and my sis Mary Stevenson. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Yes.
It's a beautiful morning outside, I tell you.
Is it? I haven't been
The
out
sky
yet.
is nice and blue.
Okay.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So that means we need to go out and be in it.
I've been out already.
Well, I need to go out and be in it. Yes. Hey, make sure you all click the share button. You have to share. You can't keep all the information to yourself. You have to share. So on the count of 3, you all hit the share button, okay? 1, 2, 3. Share. And make sure you smash the like buttons also. All right. We got another hot topic for you today, which is keeping it together.
All right. Keeping it together.
Yes. Keeping
Seems
it
like
together.
you almost lost it just now, but.
Well, you know what? So much be going on in the world, right? So much be going on. I mean, we've been in COVID for 50 years.
Yeah, 51 and counting.
That's enough to make you almost lose it.
It's been a minute, but they are kind of doing away with the mask mandate in certain places. So
yeah,
So it's coming around.
It's coming around, but it's like soon as you have the feeling of getting a fresh, fresh air and having a break and things are coming back to normal, then here comes Putin.
Yeah.
Here comes Putin with something. Yeah. I mean, it is just so a war.
I mean, that's the world, though. As we say, if it ain't one thing, it's another. So
how do you all feel about the war? How do you all feel about the war? It is devastating to me.
Yeah.
Because, we live in the comforts of our homes. We have our family. Yeah. We have our children. And just to think that any given time you are driven out of your home with nowhere to go.
Yeah, for sure. You're frightening me.
But I'm so passionate about that. I mean, that really gets to me when you see children out on the streets and they don't know where their parents are. And here's a fireman with a child. I don't know if he knew where the parents were, but that is so devastating.
It's very devastating, but hey, it is war.
But listen, this is an unnecessary war.
Every war is unnecessary. I mean, really. I mean, not many of us believe in innocent lives being taken, especially when you are taking out civilians, just everyday people. It's just not who has nothing to do with what's going on.
It's it's a bully act. Yeah. It's a bully act. Putin knows that these other countries are less powerful than him. Yeah. He knows that NATO is not there to defend them because they're not a part of NATO.
Right. Well, seems like to me they should be a part of NATO.
Well, it's too late. It's too late now.
Yeah. It's devastating news. It
is. What are you all's thoughts about what's going on in Ukraine? What are you? And I respect them for trying to fight back.
Most definitely. You have to.
You
have to. You didn't say, won't come over and take what's mine without a fight.
Yeah.
So that's what they have to do.
living in subway
Yeah.
stations with their
Yeah.
family, no food. That hurts me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know I'm like so passionate, but these are like human beings
Yeah,
for
most
real,
definitely.
you know.
Yeah.
Good morning to Mom Trout. Good morning. So we have to do all that we can to keep it together because we have all of these external things that are
Mhm.
happening all around us in the world, but then we have our personal issues too.
Most definitely. Yeah. Which seem very minuscule compared to a war.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yes.
So you kind of
Yes.
put your little, personal issues aside. And I've been laboring in prayer even before the war broke out.
Mm-hmm.
I've been praying for Russia and Ukraine.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but hey, America's not innocent either.
Oh, by no means
So we
at
definitely have
all.
to pray for the world. Have to pray
Yeah,
for the world.
yeah. We already know America is not innocent.
Mhm.
We do our stuff too.
Yeah.
But to see all this unfold, we know the Bible
Yeah.
talks about wars and rumors of wars.
Yeah.
You know, but to see it just unveil
Yeah.
before your eyes and see the devastation of it,
Yeah.
you know, is very painful to watch.
Very painful to watch. And we do know that the Bible is right.
Yes.
The Bible is right. That's an old song too, but the
If
Bible
that is
is right.
right, somebody's
Yeah, and
wrong.
somebody's wrong.
Yes, Ron says much prayer for
Yeah.
the families of Ukraine.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And the surrounding countries too,
Mhm.
because they're
Yeah.
taking over
Yeah.
those too.
Well, you want to pray for all involved. You have to pray for Russia too. You have to pray for
Yeah.
Putin as well. He's not beyond being saved.
Lord,
You know what I'm saying?
in your name,
Yeah, he's
do
not.
it, Lord.
He's not beyond being,
Please, Lord.
led to
But
Christ.
some of the citizens of Ukraine
Mhm.
are really standing out too. They're
Yeah.
really advocating
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they don't like what Putin's doing
Yeah.
either.
Yeah, and you have a lot of Ukraine Christians and uh, Russians that are Christians as well.
Mhm.
So yeah, they are fighting on both ends, on their knees and with weapons
Yes,
in their hands.
yes, yes,
So
yes. And so the ones that are fighting in Ukraine, the citizens, they're subjected to be killed, to be in prison, and all of
Yeah.
that, but they're still taking a stand. So
Russia has always been that place, though.
yes,
You don't go against government
oh
in
my,
Russia. They've always
yeah.
been that place.
Mm.
So
Yes. So like I said, we have all these things going on
Yeah.
in the world, and then in our personal lives, some
Mhm.
people deal with relationship issues. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
their war is
Yeah.
not outside of the house.
Mhm.
Their war is within the house.
Yeah.
You know,
That can go two ways though, within the house and within the house. Some people are at war with themselves.
Come on, Bishop.
So, that's a war within the house
Yes,
as well.
yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
because we all got demons to deal with, right?
Yeah,
We all have
yeah.
our own personal demons, and some Christians be
Mhm.
like, I ain't got no demons. You got
Yeah.
stuff that you need to deal with. You got a shadow side of yourself that
Mhm.
you don't want it to expose. You don't want nobody else to see. You have something within you that is a driving force.
Mhm. Yeah, most definitely. So hey, here we all are,
Yeah.
needing the help of God.
Yeah, certainly, certainly. But see, my thing is, it reminds me of when my children they were little,
Mhm.
and they would bring to me like jars, like a peanut butter. Like, Mom, can you open this up? I'm like, well, have you tried yourself?
Right.
No. Well, I need you to try.
Yeah.
If you can't get it, then I will help you.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, we wait on God.
Yeah.
But God is saying, listen, I'm waiting on you all
Yeah. Go ahead.
because He's given us
Yeah.
everything we need
Yeah.
to keep it all together.
Yeah. I found out that most miracles that God perform are miracles from one hand to the other.
Oh, do explain.
So God uses us as a miracle for another person. We say, hey, we're waiting on God. God gives someone else the resources so that we can be a blessing to others.
Uh-huh.
And so our blessing to others may be their miracle for today.
Yes.
It's just is how it works.
Which means
He blesses us through the hands of men.
Yeah,
That's
is so
scripture.
true. That is so
Yeah.
true. Which means that we should not keep our blessings to ourselves.
No, not at all.
Maron says it is unfortunate that the Black people in Ukraine are being discriminated against. It's all too much.
Yeah. all over the world.
Oh
We catch it everywhere.
my goodness.
United States, Ukraine. I mean, if you're this color, we catch it everywhere.
Oh
You
my,
know, so yeah,
I hated to see that. Did you
yeah,
all see that what Marvin is
yeah.
talking about? Because they're like trying to, get on board so they can get out
Trying to
of
get
the
on that
kitchen.
train and get out of the way. Yeah,
Yeah.
most
And
definitely.
they wouldn't let them on.
So we all have our faults.
Yeah.
We all have our faults. Ukraine has their faults. Russia has their faults. United States have their faults. I have mine. You have yours. And those that are viewing, we all have our faults.
Yeah.
So hey, that's just how it goes.
Yes. Yes. Which we know that we're all broken people.
Mm-hmm.
We're all broken people, so we really can't point the finger. But then when we
Right.
see injustices, then it's up to
That's
us
when you have to
to
stand up.
advocate.
Most definitely.
Yeah, we have to stand up and we have to
Yeah.
advocate. But we never want to point fingers at someone else like we're better than someone else, because
Right.
we're all broken vessels.
Mhm.
So today we're talking about keeping it all together, body, soul, and spirit. So
Okay.
which one you want to address first?
Hey, you jumped on in with the war, but why not?
Oh, good God, you are. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah. What is it good for, Kim?
Absolutely
She
nothing.
waiting on that one. Absolutely nothing. What else? Who?
Huh.
You all.
You are.
Yeah, you all. But let's hey, keeping it together, right? Body, soul,
Yeah.
spirit. Let's go in that order.
All right. So let's
Body.
and you all chime in. What are some things that you all are doing to keep your body together? All right. We need our body for the rest of our life. We needed it from the beginning.
Mhm.
It's going to carry us
Yeah.
out of here. So with everything going on with stress, disappointment, with fear and anxiety, what are we doing to keep our bodies together? Because one thing, Bishop, is that how we're made, we're interrelated, right?
Okay.
So our body, soul, and spirit, they're all interrelated. So if one is off balance, we're going to be off balance,
Most
period.
definitely. Yeah.
Now, you can have intelligence now
Yeah.
but if you're sick in your body, you're not functioning at optimal performance.
Yeah.
Anybody, what are you all doing?
So we know exercise is the most important thing to do. And it's been said that just a half an hour, 30 minutes, 30 minutes a day, walking on the treadmill or whatever your exercise may be is good for you.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
and it's better if you do 30 minutes, maybe in the morning and 30 in the evening.
Yes.
So you do get your full
so
hour.
you can break it up. So it's
Yeah, you
not
can break it
too much like work.
Mhm.
There's so many benefits to
Yeah.
exercise. And so it's definitely going to keep your body strong. It's going to help you to release toxins that are in your body. It's going to help move your blood around.
Yeah.
The food around that you just ate and it's kind of like just sitting there.
I don't see anyone responding or anything. So should we move on to something else? Here we go.
Idra Trout says nothing surprises me about what's going on in the world, because these are the last days and we can expect anything to happen. That's why I am really not surprised at all. Only thing we can really do is pray.
That's true.
Yeah.
No surprises here.
That is absolutely
No
absolutely
surprises here.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are the last days, and the Bible tells us that these things are going to happen.
Yeah.
Perilous times are here,
Yeah.
and we have to pray. But we want to make sure that no matter what is going on in the world, that we're okay. You and I are the main variable. So we want the main variable to be sound, to be structured, and to be strong, no matter what. Now we may take a hit, but it's okay, because if we're strong, we won't break.
Yeah.
We won't break, So definitely there are things we can do to the body. Bishop said to exercise.
Yeah.
What about meditating? What about meditating?
Yeah. Meditating is good as well.
Because what meditation does is that it calms the body. It calms your mind, first of all, right? And then it calms your body down.
Yeah.
It lowers your body's temperature also. So with all this anxiety and all this stuff going on, we need that.
You do. Exercise, I'm gonna say medication, but meditation,
Some people need
you
medication,
know,
Bishop.
and then eating right as well. You want to give your body what it needs, you know, it's very important.
Yes, give the body what it needs. Marvin says taking supplements, being mindful of intake of TV, music, conversations,
Yeah,
making conscious
yeah,
decisions.
yeah.
Yeah, and watch who you're around.
Yeah, whatever feeds that, what you talked about earlier, everyone has a demon. Whatever feeds that demon within,
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
need to do without, right?
That's
You
right.
need to do without.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Be careful about being around negative
hmm
people for too long.
yeah,
Because that's a negative energetic field
hmm
that you're going to absorb.
yeah,
You're going to absorb that, and you don't need
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
We love everybody and we want to be around the people to a certain extent,
yeah.
but you have to be careful how long you stay. When they
hmm
start swinging left, start
hmm
talking negatively, then
hmm
maybe we can interject something more positive,
Yeah.
you
Or
know?
sometimes interjecting something positive is just removing yourself from their presence.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, because you
Deuces,
first of
peace,
all,
got to go.
you know you and you know
Yeah.
how much you can take. And sometimes you have
hmm
to physically remove yourself from the
Get out of the way because
situation.
you feel it getting bad already. You see
Yes.
where it's going, so hey, just leave. You know.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
those things we can do exercise, but you know, even with exercising, maybe so that it's not so much of a chore, something that's very difficult for you to do. What about doing something that you love doing?
Dancing,
Dancing,
skating.
riding a bike, going
Yes.
swimming,
Yep.
swimming. You know,
Hmm.
those things that you like doing. Hey, which is fun and great exercise.
That's right.
And dancing is one, even though I
Yes.
can't do it, but it's great exercise. Yeah, ain't no doubt, ain't no shame in my game. I can do it,
uh,
but you know, I'm always made fun of. I can dance,
but you shouldn't know.
but I probably shouldn't.
That's not your thing.
It's not my
I'll
thing.
dance for you as long as you sing for me.
Okay, that'll
How
work.
about that
That'll work.
teamwork? What about getting one of these?
Instead of mask. Oh,
Oh, and you know what? You put it in the refrigerator and it just
oh,
cools and
okay.
calms all this down. And it has essential oils in it. And you
Mhm,
just sit back and take some deep breaths when you feel
mhm.
like you've just had too much going on. There are things that we can do to help ourselves.
So essential oils is a good part too, right?
That's right.
So what are some of the essential oils that can kind of help us?
I got a whole basket right there. You want me to get them?
No, you don't have to, but just roll some off the tongue right quick.
Cedar wood,
Okay.
cedar wood, citrus.
Mm.
Um,
I love
uh,
the citrus smell.
you like
I
that?
do. Yeah, it
Yeah.
kind of really kind of wakes me and makes me alert.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
like
like,
that.
and it's so refreshing too.
Yeah, yeah.
Lavender.
I love lavender too.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I
that's
like that.
really calming. And for some of us, we have the bracelets, like the lava bracelets, that
Mm,
you can put the essential oils on those.
okay.
And as you go throughout your day and you're having a stressful moment, you can just take a good
Yeah.
inhale on that, and the essential oils will do their thing. So you
Mhm,
can get those lava bracelets off of Amazon.
yeah.
Off of Amazon. Um, Mother Trout says, laughter. Oh my God. Laugh a lot. Laughter is
Yeah.
good for the
It's
soul.
really good for you.
We get our dose of
Yeah.
medicine like
Laughter
every
is good for you.
day.
You know, going
Yes.
to a comedy show or something like that somewhere where you can enjoy yourself and just
Mhm.
laugh, you know, or
Yes.
just go and people watch, you know, and have a good time at the mall, laughing at the people that go by, you know.
People are very interesting. They're
Yeah,
very interesting, but laughter is good, and they
yeah,
have so many things to
yeah,
laugh about on TV too,
most
on
definitely.
YouTube. You can put
Hmm.
in the funniest videos. All of
Yeah.
these are going to help the body function so
Hmm.
much better. Marvin mentioned peppermint oil. Peppermint oil
Yeah.
is good, but it's different for different people. Like for some people, like if you
Mhm.
have ADHD, it may calm you down. Like if you
Okay.
put it behind the ears or whatever, it may calm you down.
Mhm.
But then for some people, it may give that energy too.
Okay.
So you just have to see how it works for you.
Yeah.
Dry brushing your skin. Dry brushing your skin is wonderful for the lymphatic system.
Say that again. Dry brushing
Yes.
your skin.
Yeah.
Take a brush and run it across your body. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. I have a brush upstairs. You may have seen it, the white brush with the bristles on it.
I've been using that for something else. I didn't know.
I know you.
Is that what that thing is for?
You better not have.
I'm sorry. Huh?
I cannot. You can get the body brushes.
Okay.
From like your health food stores. I know Walmart, but it helps the lymphatic system. So many things get stuck, in the system. It helps, take the negative cells or the bad cells or fat that's in the cells, everything that we don't need, kind of pushes it along. It pushes it along, and it helps you to for your cells to be more healthier too. But you just dry brush. This is before you get into the shower. Does anybody else know about dry brushing? If so, go ahead and put your comments in there. And you know what? It feels so good. I'm talking about like from your feet all the way up to your hands.
It feels better if someone else is doing it.
I know.
It doesn't feel that good when you're doing it yourself.
It feels good when you do it yourself, but it would feel better. So that's an idea for you, for me.
Well, you owe me. So you owe me.
Dry brush your skin helps the lymphatic system, and it helps to strengthen the immune system. Okay. And we definitely want to take vitamin C. Vitamin C is something that our bodies don't develop naturally. So we want to make sure that we get vitamin C in us too. All right.
I see.
Yes. So all of these are wonderful, wonderful ideas. And hopefully we're not just talking about this, but these are things that we can implement. We are in this world. You get to decide who you want to be and how you want to be. All right. 2 things, who you want to be and how you want to be. Now you can be worried and anxious and fearful and nervous, and you can be all that if you choose to be. Now, I understand anxiety, and I understand that there's biological components to it. There's genetic, it's environmental, but you're more powerful than what you realize. You can choose that I refuse to live in fear. And you can begin implementing these coping strategies. And for some of us, we need to take anxiety medication, whatever you need to do to make sure that you're responsible for you.
Right. Like you're talking now. So, you can kind of go on YouTube and find out what it is you need to do as far as anxiety and things of that nature. Everything is at your fingertips.
Yes.
So someone's going to even listen to you after this, and see the information. So any questions you have, you Google and it's there.
Right.
So and try it. It just may help you.
And then we have like learned behavior too. Like if you grew up in a tumultuous household and, your parent was one of those that, their coping mechanism was to cuss you out or to slam doors or, to yell and holler, we have learned behavior too. But because we're in the here and now, you get to decide, do I want to really follow those footsteps? And now, listen, change is hard, but change is doable.
Yeah. Well, like you said, it's learned behavior. And that parent may have felt really that they were doing a good job.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the way that they were responded to, and they respond to their children in the same way.
That's right.
But through all of that, you must pay attention to how your children are responding. Because I don't want to do anything to my child or children to. And they fear me, where they're like afraid of me. You know what I mean? From the standpoint, if I turn around and look, they, shaking and very fearful. I don't want that kind of relationship.
Right.
So I really, for them to respect me.
Right. Although we may have been raised that way. And again, no one is to blame because it becomes a vicious cycle, because then you have to go to, the grandparents. Well, how was their parents raised? Well, how was the grandparents raised? It's just a vicious cycle. That's why we don't point fingers and we don't blame. But because we're in,
or you can use that. Hey, I do this because, like you're saying, my parents done me the same way. But how beneficial is it?
That's right.
In the rearing of your children.
Yeah.
You know, so you have to find another way in trying to discipline or correct or get your child's attention.
That's right. You know? Absolutely. We're in the here and now. Yesterday it's gone, although we still have some of the effects and residue of yesterday. But what are you going to do with the effects and the residue of yesterday? I mean, because some people like to have a reason to complain and to blame.
That's true.
I'm this way because.
Yeah. It's not, I don't even know if it's that they like to have. It's just that they have someone to blame.
And when I say
until they take responsibility.
Right. And when I say they like to have is because it removes their responsibility of changing. They don't have to put the work in because, hey, this is how I am. But you don't have to remain. It is what I'm saying. You don't have to remain that way. It's identifying your shadow self and it's putting in the work.
Is it helpful? Is it harmful? Are you toxic because hey, this is who I am? And if you don't, well, you're gonna be a lonely person. You know, you will probably end up being by yourself, and you may meet many people down through the years and mess up good relationships that you could have had. You know,
so
all
true.
Because of
you don't want to change.
You don't want to change
because you can. You can change. Change is hard, but what?
It's doable.
It's definitely doable.
All day long.
Absolutely. So we're talking about keeping it all together, body, soul, and spirit. You guys don't forget to share. Again, hit that share button, hit the like button, and put your comments in here.
And take a nice walk.
Take a nice walk.
Do it while it's free. Walk while it's free. I believe one day they might charge us to walk.
There's no telling. There is no telling.
If they charge you for air, they'll charge you to walk one day.
There's no telling.
You understand?
You know, and then some people like to lift weights because as we get older, we begin to lose muscle mass. You know, so lifting weights is one way to keep it together in the body. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to go to the gym. You can buy some weights and work out at the house.
You can buy some weights. You can use some canned goods.
That's right. And water bottles.
Water jugs.
Right.
Milk jugs. And as long as there's a little resistance there.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right. Yeah. And I think that's a powerful way to remain strong, definitely as we age. Because, you know, the decline is real. You know, so we definitely want to make sure.
I did. I've heard about it.
Who told you about
it? The decline was real. I heard it was real.
Keeping it together, because if you are off balance, you can be the most educated person in the world. You can be the most spiritual person in the world. But if your body is not together, then there's no way that you can have peak performance. You know what bothers me while I'm on this subject? I just believe that we should have self-control, you know, but it just bothers me a lot to see a lot of, especially like preachers and pastors.
Why do you do that? And smirk first before you.
Because
then you're not giving me any eye contact at all. But go ahead.
Oh, I'm not talking.
Go ahead.
I'm not talking about you, but. And Christians, you know, we can be so spiritual, and then we are like obese. We are like so you can't even hardly walk, and you can't even really stand too long because we're out of control. I'm not tired. You listen. You are not.
You see
obese.
me shifting my weight? Is that what you're doing? I'm shifting my weight.
Y'all help me out here. Y'all help me out.
I done moved too many times shifting my weight. So you want to?
No, I ain't talking about you because you look good.
Hey,
you look good. I like all this.
Come on.
Okay.
Stay on track. Stay focused.
Yes. So anyway, but seriously, so we were overweight spiritually. We got it down then, but then when it comes to taking care of our bodies,
kind of fail in that area.
Why do you think that is? Because we just go to church and sell chicken dinners and eat or
no, it's just like anything else. It's become a part of your life. Like
Mhm.
anything else, you're undisciplined in this area.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, that's
Yeah.
all. There's nothing big about it. It's just you're undisciplined when it comes to
That is
eating.
just like not a good testimony,
It's not a
though.
good testimony, but you're undisciplined in that area.
Because I like Jesus. Jesus so cool. He said, "Will thou be made whole?"
Yeah.
You know, he talking about body, soul, spirit. I mean,
Mhm.
your the totality of
Mhm.
who you are.
Yeah.
Will thou be made whole?
Yeah.
You know, so we
Yeah.
just have to do better. Our
Yeah.
bodies are the temple of the Holy
We're
Ghost.
all working on something. You know what I mean? As we stated earlier, we all have some faults, or as you stated, some demons, and some of the greatest spiritual leaders, have food addiction
Mm-hmm.
or food demons, or deal
Mm-hmm.
with depression, or deal
Mm-hmm.
with, sexual sins and things of that nature.
Yes,
It's just that human side of us that must be mastered.
that's right.
We have to
Yeah.
master
Yes.
that. It'll still be there. Now I'm learning to hear, when those who are in recovery say, "I'm in recovery."
Uh-huh.
I used to say, "How you gonna be in recovery?" And
Right.
either you're delivered or you're not.
Right,
God has
right.
delivered you. But
Yeah.
now I understand, because all of us are in recovery, because
Mhm.
we all have that where we can go back and do it at any time.
We always have to be
It's there.
cognizant.
We have to be, yeah.
Yes.
So
We we have to be mindful of
Mhm.
how we function and what
Most
we need to
definitely.
work on and keep
Yeah.
that part of us under
Yeah.
subjection.
But I've seen some powerful preachers. Their ministries were powerful. I think people had such great respect for them, before they got real big.
Yeah.
And I mean physically.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, they could preach the paint off the wall sitting down. But the testimony was, "Hey, can't you push that plate away?
See, that's the thing.
You don't have to go
Yeah.
and eat after every sermon.
Yes.
You
Yes.
preaching 3 sermons a day. That means you eating more than
Right.
3 meals."
Yeah. And right. And we have the
But I
most
understand what you're saying.
we
Yeah.
have the most valuable possession within us,
Yeah.
which is the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
the temple.
Or those that smoke cigarettes.
Yes.
Or smoke whatever they smoke. I mean, they're leading, but they still have these issues, or they consume alcohol.
Yeah, and so
You know,
these are things that tear the body
the
down.
things that tear the
It
body
causes cancer, it causes cirrhosis of the
down. Yeah.
liver.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? So we have to take better care of our bodies. We
Mhm.
must be able to keep it
Yeah.
together.
Keep it together.
And there's no shame in it if that's your demon. If that's your
Yeah.
demon, deal with your demon. I believe
Yeah.
the word says that we're more powerful than any demon.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
we have that power within, that piece of divinity that's within us gives us the power to
yeah.
overcome those demonic influences, or those devils, or just those personal issues that we have. They don't
Right.
always have to be demonic.
Right.
They don't always
Right.
have to be the devil. It can be your desire.
And it can be your personality. It can be how you respond.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So some
Yeah.
people, they don't have food addiction, drug addiction,
Yeah.
alcohol addiction, but then some people just respond negatively.
Some people lie.
Yes.
They can't
Yes.
talk more than 5 minutes without lying.
Yeah. So all of
I
these
mean-
are inward workings within the
Yeah.
body.
So we decided to give those that have eating disorders a break. So we kind of broadened it out, because
And
it's just
it's
true.
just awareness. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
awareness. That's
yeah.
it. You know what I mean? It's awareness. To be aware of what we're doing to ourselves.
Mhm.
Because there's no way that you can smoke like you smoke, and drink like you drink,
Yeah.
and eat like you eat, and feel like God, praying for health. Yeah,
Yeah.
God is saying put all that stuff
Yeah.
down, and you can
And
have
we
health.
do hear that a lot from the pulpit. We're coming against diabetes, and Mother Agnes with her swollen ankles. We're coming against that, and she just had pig feet for breakfast.
Right, yeah.
I mean, and you praying against something that God say, "Hey, I didn't design your body to consume that.
That's right.
Why don't you leave that alone? Then you can get the health that you so
right.
desire."
And that's why I said we're waiting on God, but then God's waiting on us.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have to do our part.
Yeah.
We have to do
Yeah.
our part.
Matter of fact, I don't even say God waiting on you, but your body's waiting.
Yeah, your body is like, please love me better.
Your body's
Please
waiting.
take care of me. I'm here
Mhm.
for you. I want to be
Yeah,
here for
yeah,
you.
yeah. Start walking, start exercising, and you'll feel your body kind of summons you to say, "Hey, it's about that time. You should go out and take a walk or something like that. Your
Yes.
body will respond to it.
And drink clean water.
Mm-hmm.
Drink clean water.
Yeah.
So that's the body. Again, we're talking about keeping it all together, body, soul, and spirit.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So we talked a little bit about the body.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Where you want to go next?
Hey, go in the order.
So
we already said yes.
All right. So what, Bishop, what's the soul?
Well, the soul is what we say, the mind, the will, the intellect of an individual. We kind of touched on it a little bit. I believe one of the answers that someone gave, I can't remember what it was, but we have to make sure that, as the scriptures say, guard our minds,
Mm-hmm.
you know, our hearts. Those things have to be in the position, you know, to where God gets the best, and then we have the best of being able to use our mind,
yes,
our will. We're clear thinking, our conscience is good, all of that. So it's going to take some discipline on yourself.
Yeah,
what you feed the soul makes the difference.
Oh my goodness,
it makes the difference.
It does. And you use the word, you know, feed, and we talked a little bit about exercising too. Yeah. A lot of people are so amped on exercising, you know, they will run like every day, and they're like work exercise.
Yeah. Body exercise, it does what?
Profit.
Little.
Yeah. But what about exercising the mind?
Yeah. Yeah.
What are some ways that you all exercise your mind on a daily basis? I need your feedback.
Feed us. Come on, y'all.
Yes. How do you exercise your
mind?
Let
us know that you're still on here.
Because if you don't use it, you'll lose it.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
So there are so
What's
many
that old
things.
saying that an idle mind is the devil's workshop?
It's the devil's workshop. Yes.
You know,
yes.
So yeah,
you want to keep your synapses just popping off. You want to give them something to do, right? You know, the plaques and stuff in the mind. We got to keep our minds fresh. But one thing you can do for the mind is take omega-3, the fish oil, omega-3.
Or you can have the mind of Christ. Bam. But go ahead.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously. How do we develop the mind of Christ within us?
Wow, that's good. That's good. So as you was talking about a little while ago, how can we feed the mind? And then we say about the mind of Christ, you simply read the word. If we read, those of us that are believers, if we read the word of God, and it's just like our physical bodies, if we take junk in, junk will be the outcome. It will run through our system. So it is in our minds, if we continue to consume junk into our minds, then it will take over our system.
Yeah, and
you know, so it's our thought on everything.
That's right. And I love the word, because we have so many negative things out in the world. The word is so edifying.
Yeah, yeah. Be willing to change what you see. That's for sure.
And then Mom Trout says reading, studying, and doing puzzles.
That's good. Yeah.
Puzzles definitely help. It's keeping the mind active. It's keeping the mind processing and thinking.
Yeah, I think when I was down a little bit, either you or
your sister
Marvon, she got me a crossword puzzle. And I hadn't done a crossword puzzle in a long time.
Yes.
But it's very helpful. You know,
how did it help you?
It kind of keeps your mind going. You know, you're thinking. It kind of takes your thought off of what's wrong, and you kind of just use your brain in another way.
That's right.
You know, or in another portion.
Positive distractions.
Get
your mind. For instance, if you're worried that you don't have enough money to pay your bills, and you're running around, and you're sad, anxious, and depressed, you don't have the means to change your circumstance in that moment. So do yourself a favor and get you a positive distraction to take your mind off of it. Remember, I said before that whenever you think a thought, your brain is communicating to the cells to release a corresponding chemical. So if you have anxious, worried thoughts, your cells are going to perhaps release histamine or cortisol or, adrenaline, but if you give yourself a break and sit down and get a book, get the Bible, get your puzzles, seek and find or whatever, you're calming your body. The whole thing is for you to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
You get to choose who you want to be and how you want to be in the midst of your circumstances. You know, so within the soulish realm, the emotions are really connect. This is the seat of like the
Yeah.
emotions.
Seat of the soul. Oh yeah.
Yes, in your
Yeah.
emotions. But you
Yeah.
know, in therapy, there's so many occasions for me to teach emotional regulation,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of people don't know how to manage their emotions. They feel
Yeah.
like they have an activating event and then you have consequences.
Mm-hmm.
Like if something devastating happens, say like your truck break
Mm-hmm.
down, that's an activating event. And then immediately you start getting upset and
Yeah.
you're frustrated and you go off. That's
Yeah.
the consequences. But what it actually is to help you to regulate your emotions is not the activating event that causes the consequences, but it's your belief about the activating event.
Mm.
For instance, if your truck breaks down, well, what do I believe about this situation?
Yeah.
Did I just spend my last money,
Yeah.
last week? Do I need to get a new vehicle right now? I'm so sick and tired. You can just send your step
On and on and on.
on and
Yeah.
on and on.
Yeah.
So,
On.
so you really have to go back to your belief system. What is it that I think and believe about this activating event? That's what's going to give you the consequences.
Yeah. So you have to have, really things ready. Life happens on the daily. So you have to develop some type of coping mechanism,
Yes.
something that can alleviate the negative thoughts that come, because when bad things happen, we become real negative immediately.
Yes.
But you have to learn how to master that moment. You have to master that,
Yeah.
because if you can't fix it, you can't fix it. So, hey, there's tomorrow. Let's see how we're gonna handle this tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hey, life's too short.
And
A way will be made.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When you have things that happen to you in life, and we know because we're in this world, they happen to us.
Yeah.
But it's taking a step back and sitting with it. Remember my acronym ASK, ask. It's the radical acceptance. Daggone it. This is the third time the truck broke down. Radical acceptance is your reality, right? S is to sit with it. Just sit with it. While you're sitting with it, do your deep breathing. Your deep breathing is going to cause oxygen to your brain. So now you can think better.
Yeah.
You can feel better because now your heart is not struggling to get blood through the vessels.
Sometimes we always lean more towards the worst of everything.
You catastrophize.
Yeah, I mean, we're like, I don't know what's going to happen next. I just put in this amount of money, and now this happened, and then someone trying to calm you down. You don't want to be calmed down,
right? Yeah,
because you're in that moment.
Yes.
Come on. You have tomorrow.
You've already flooded yourself with so much adrenaline and cortisol. Now it needs to go somewhere and do something.
Exactly.
And that can be something that you can do too. Is this is what we call TIP, because you want to tip your temperature. Like when you get really angry or upset, you always want to tip your temperature. So the T for tipping the temperature is get a cold compress or get one of these out the refrigerator and calm yourself down.
Or get some florets. Those
some florets.
Get some broccoli florets. If you don't have all of these things, you got something in the freezer, just put it on there.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. And then the T is to tip your temperature, because you're shutting stuff down, you're stressing it out, you're cutting off circulation and all that stuff. Tip your temperature. The I for T tip is to intense exercise. So something happened, you got all these emotions going on, you're angry, you're upset, go into the bathroom, go into a room somewhere, do some shadow boxing or something. Or walk around.
It's amazing because people respond differently. Some people just shut down.
Yes.
Period. There's they don't want to move, they don't want the lights on, they don't want to hear anything. They just kind of sit in their own.
That's the freeze response.
Man, it's just it.
Yeah.
You know, so then you have those that need to exert that energy.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
and you know, I'd rather for it be on the stuffed animal or on a heavy bag, but not on another person.
That's right. Intense exercise really helps to get that emotions, negative emotions out of your body.
Most definitely.
Okay. So whether if you need to shadow box, do some jumping jacks or whatever you need to do. And then the P in tip means paired muscle relaxation. So I already told you all about the deep breathing. So deep breathing, you inhale through the nose really slowly for a count of 4. You hold it for a count of 4, and then you can exhale for like a count of 6, 4, 4, 6, or you can do 4, 4, 4. All right. But along with that is you're going to tighten up your muscle groups, all of your muscles, your biceps, your calves, whatever, all at the same time. So you're going to inhale and tighten. This is called paired muscle relaxation. And you want to let it all go together. You release everything at the same time. If you want help with that, call me 614-669-5115. Say that you heard it.
Say it slow so people can get what you're saying.
614-669-5115.
Not that slow.
5115. Just let me know you heard it on Talk Therapy Live. You want to know more about the paired muscle relaxation techniques. But all of this helps you, helps your emotions.
Or whatever. I never liked that back in the day. You just call this number. Right there, you can be the next. And by the time they get through, say,
right.
They ran it all together because they know the number.
Well, I say it so many times while I'm on the show. 614-669-5115.
There you go. There you go.
That better? Yes.
Because I might want to know the number myself.
So
I may have to call you.
If you have a spouse, a partner, or a friend that deals with anger, this can be between the two of you. You can be like, hey, tip it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that will let them know that they need to go somewhere and get themselves together. You can calm your temperature down by going to the bathroom, putting a cold compress on your temples and doing some deep breathing. You can go in the bathroom, do some shadow boxing.
So is that the same as someone who's upset at something or because of something, they go and smoke a cigarette?
Well, that's their coping mechanism, and sometimes that does.
Like, I need a cigarette,
right? But what I'm giving is a healthier coping mechanism.
Most definitely, I'm just seeing what was the correlation between the two.
Yeah, but
that's just their way of coping.
That's their way of coping.
Okay.
Some people will get a wine bottle, but like I tell people, that do that smoke. It's their body's way of really wanting to do the deep breathing anyway, because what you're doing is
taking a drag, as they call it.
Exactly. And you can do some deep breathing. That's going to calm you down also, and lastly, the paired muscle relaxation.
Gotcha.
So that's your keyword or your cue to one another when you're really upset. Hey, tip it.
I got you.
Yeah.
I'm going to use that.
Okay.
I'm going to see how you respond.
See.
Tip it.
This guy.
Tip it.
All right, so let's talk. It's 11:48. Let's talk about
tip it.
Keeping it together in the spirit. What happens? What are some ways that we fall apart spiritually?
Oh wow. Sometimes we can definitely put it on others who are supposed to be just as spiritual as you are. And something either said, something's done. In other words, you can say, well, this person is broken in spirit. You know what I mean? Because of life, it can be natural things of life that come on you and put you in that, or to you, it seems as if God is moving too slow, or, hey, I'm praying. It seems like he's not answering my prayers. I mean, there's so many different layers to that. But we have to make sure that our spirits stay fed, our spirits stay full. In other words, we surround ourselves with the word of God.
Surround ourselves with the word of God.
Yeah, surround ourselves with the word of God. Surround yourself with nature. I mean, he's created all things. So take a nice, long spiritual walk in the park somewhere and enjoy the birds, enjoy the freshness of the air.
Yes,
these are things that we can do to keep our spirits full.
Because I have found being a Christian or saved for over like 40 years, that there's so much that tugs on us spiritually.
Yeah.
What I find,
Mm.
I think is huge is disappointment.
Okay.
Disappointment when you're expecting
Yeah.
God to respond in a certain way and he does not come through.
That does it.
Yeah.
It's the natural things of life that can break you spiritually.
Mm-hmm.
David the same way. There are great characters in the Bible we forget how human they were as well.
Yeah.
Every human experience that we have gone through, they've been through, is documented proof.
Mm-hmm.
You can either sink or swim.
Yeah.
When it comes to your emotions, when it comes to life. It's kind of up to you, because we can't become broken in spirit or take on the spirit of depression or the spirit of loneliness.
Mm-hmm.
All of that will outweigh.
Yeah, but it happens. We don't plan on it. We don't plan. Now, what about what about you all? What are some things that really weaken you spiritually?
Yeah.
What things affect you in the spirit?
You'll say things like, I believe God, but
Yeah. And what about God's delay?
Yeah.
What about his delay?
It's not his denial, but his delay is something else.
Yes. Yes.
But this is what I've learned about his delay. Certainly is not his denial. Honestly, whatever God says to me now that I know, when that time comes, it will be.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned how to rest in what he has promised.
Just take him at his word, basically.
Period.
And that's something
I've learned how to do that.
we
but I had to learn that.
Right. You have to learn. We have to grow to trust God.
You have to grow to trust
One
him.
thing that helped me is
you just can't get in a hurry.
You can't get in a hurry, and you cannot administrate God.
You can't.
I had to learn his sovereignty.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because when you're praying and you have faith and you believe like never before and it don't happen, that's very disappointing.
Yeah.
And it's a painful process.
Mm-hmm.
But then God, he has a way of showing that, listen, I'm sovereign.
Yeah, because you can pray one way and it happens the opposite.
Yeah.
And through all of that, I'm still God.
Exactly.
I'm still here. What else?
And sometimes it's a blessing that we don't get what we pray for.
Amen to that. Yeah.
Because we don't really know. We know what we want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
God
knows.
We don't know what we stand in need of.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
You be praying that you hit that lottery or you hit that doing that scratch off that Lord, please let me. This is what I do with this scratch off money.
And Lord is like,
seriously. I mean, but that's the nature of people.
Yeah.
It's the nature of people. That's how we are.
But keeping it together spiritually is definitely an act of faith, because you don't always feel like going to church. I know you don't always feel like preaching.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So there's a challenge between your spirit and the flesh.
Most definitely.
There's an inner war going on.
Yeah. So my connection to God helps me keep it together spiritually.
But how do you keep that connection strong?
It's like we keep our connection strong by communication. Mm-hmm. Communicating is what I do with God. I must communicate to him on a daily basis. If I don't, my relationship seems to be a little off kilter today. So I must stay in communication. I must talk. We must pray daily. We should always pray. So it's the spirit or the mindset of praying and talking. But
what about those of us who are so grieved and disappointed that you only have words to say to God?
Let that time pass. And when you come to yourself, he'll still be there.
Thank you, Lord.
He'll still be there.
Because sometimes
you have to go through that.
Yeah. Sometimes you can get hit so hard with life. You talk about the grief process.
Yeah.
That's so strong and so hurtful.
Because when you get through kicking and screaming
but it just seems like you have nothing. you have nothing to give. You have nothing to pour out. It's like you're at ground zero.
Yeah.
Thank God that we have the promise of his presence.
Most definitely, yeah. We kind of go off in our moment of insanity. When we lose everything, you know, we don't know who we are, where we are. And then like the prodigal son, when we come to ourselves, he's right. He's like this.
Yeah.
The whole time waiting, but we just kind of go this way, go that way. We never fall into his arms.
Right. Yeah.
That's what he desires.
Because the thing is, it's like we've been waiting on God to bring about this change.
Yeah.
So then we don't see this anymore.
Yeah.
We start searching for other things.
And it's still there. It's just that it's blinded to you right now.
It's still available. It's still available.
Have you ever looked directly in the sun and you really can't see or focus because it's too much light, and then you kind of move a certain way, then you can see really what's there. I mean, it's the same way. He's there. Sometimes situations come and his delay, the way the situation turned out, and man, you even received a prophetic word from somebody, still turned to go in the opposite direction.
And I don't understand that. I don't understand
but that. I think that's the best part is we have to be honest enough to say, even as believers, there's some things we don't understand about God.
That is so true.
I'm truthful on that one.
Right.
Don't know it all.
Don't know it all. But that's real faith when you can still say that God is still God, no matter what happens.
No matter.
Through your pain, through your disappointment, through your long suffering, God is still God.
He's still God. So hey, we must pray on a daily basis. Remember, we're using 3 elements at the church, prayer, praise, and faith. Those 3 will
prayer,
help
praise,
keep
and
you.
Faith.
They will help and keep you spiritually right with God. It will keep it together.
And if we apply all these components together, things that we talked about with the body, taking care of the body, taking care of the soul and the spirit, we put all this together, we can be strong. We can function from our place of strength in this world.
It all works together for your good.
It does. Don't forget that you are the main variable. There are many variables all surrounding you.
But you're the main one.
You're the main one. And remember, as the main variable, you get to choose who you want to be and how you want to be. It's all in your hands.
Listen, I've had a wonderful time today. It's beautiful outside, even more beautiful inside because I'm standing here with you. Yes. So it's good, y'all. I'm going to see y'all next week.
He is, that's what we call warming the engine. Yeah, you're warming the engine.
It should. I see you sweating, girl. Lord have mercy.
All right.
The music is playing in the background, y'all.
I am Kimberly B.
Bishop right here, y'all.
Talk Therapy Live, owner of Healthy Emotes Counseling Service. And listen, don't forget, we're talking about keeping it all together.
Yes.
When is the last time you have wrote in the Life Changer Journal? You need to process your stuff. Talking about your emotions and changing your atmosphere. You need to write in your journal. I take you through, I show you how to process and to feel better even afterwards. Go to Amazon.com, Barnes and Noble.
I heard that your book was nominated for an Image Award.
It is.
Is that true?
It is.
Okay,
nominated.
Well, they need to know who to vote for then, right?
Hey, Life Changer, Kimberly Bozeman. Yes, go to the Kingdom Image Awards, and I'm already nominated. I just got to submit my information.
Oh, is that right? See, I heard about it. You ain't tell me, but I heard.
But you can also go to my website, www.healthyemotes.com. All right. We love you.
Enjoy your day today.
Yes. And we will see you next week.
Yeah. Hopefully where you are, the sun is shining too.
Yes. Talk Therapy Live.
Peace.